Hey,
Hey there.
I'm doing good. How are you? Thank you so much for joining this live stream. I'm super excited. Tommy and Humera had great things to say about you, so I'm excited.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Uh, Tommy's a good friend of mine, and Humira, we go way back.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm also a fellow, so
Great, wonderful.
yes. Um, so we're doing this new live stream for Real Industry, and we're still playing with the name, but right now it's called Career Crisis in 10. And so what we're doing is we're interviewing a range of industry professionals who have maybe like graduated in the recession, um, struggled with their jobs, whether it's like being laid off or changing jobs, or like how they're handling this pandemic. And
Okay.
we really want to um, gain insight and stories from these professionals so that our viewers can learn from you guys and what you've done, and so they feel like they're not alone.
Right.
Uh, and so we're just gonna get started.
Sure.
So, and thank you. You are my third interview, so I'm super excited.
Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, of course. So, just a quick intro. Where did you go to school and what did you study?
So I went to a small school called the University of North Alabama, which is in the northern Alabama area, and studied professional finance. That was my major, and I had a double minor, innovation engineering, and also administration.
Oh, dang. I didn't even know innovation engineering was a thing.
Yeah, it was, man, it was a game changer. I mean, I'm not even kidding you. That was by far my most favorite thing to do. It just taught me
Hmm.
how to find problems and basically turn those problems to sustainable products. And it was learned a lot.
That's awesome. I'll have to look into that. So if you don't mind sharing, when you graduated and how was the job market going from academia to into the industry?
Right. So it's quite, my story is it's quite a little different for me. I was building my companies while I was actually in college, but I
Mhm.
did a couple of things in the job market from my very brief time of actually looking for a job. For one, I felt like I was kind of overqualified for a lot of positions that I was
Mhm.
applying for. I realized as well some of the gold nuggets that I can take from that is, especially with students now who are, like you said, who are actually in a crisis like that, or graduating during a time, very unique ways to actually get experience outside of physically having a job, right?
Mhm.
Essentially create your own experience. And if you, for example, if you're in maybe, let's just say, business administration, or let's say finance like I was, there's ways that you can actually go and your own project and actually say, here's the financials from these companies that I found from research. Here's the models and here's projections and plans that I can put together. And by doing that, you are also employers basically an opportunity to see what you're capable of doing. So
Mhm.
that's one of the things that I noticed, when I was actually that I could have probably did better.
That's awesome. So what made you kind of like what are you working on now and what are you referring to when you were like working on your company while you were still in school?
Yeah, so my first company is called Lux Brand. So we basically are the leading branding provider of luxury. So it's very unique. We make shoelaces that are, I like to consider them, they're stylish. You can actually style them the way they do, but the base of them are lambskin, and basically we've been very fortunate enough to be featured on Good Morning America, NFL, or Foot Locker stores, and different things like that. So that kind of led to my second company, which is called Biz. And basically, what we do at BizBuzz, we have an integrated automation platform for small businesses.
Okay.
We know that most small businesses are bombarded by all the different software suites that they have access to. They don't know how to make sense, and ultimately, they don't understand growth opportunities that they have. So what we basically funnel all of this marketing wise into one platform. They can understand the effectiveness of their current marketing and also what ROI is getting from those efforts.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. So one thing that I would really like to know is that I'm very interested in like values and mindsets, and I want to know, like, as obviously building a company is difficult, and you've built several. So what is the kind of like mindset you embody, or what do you do to kind of like keep yourself going as you push through these like hard times?
Right. That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
One of the big things that I really, really like to keep in my head at all times is growth mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Growth mindset is basically, it's obviously it's a little more riskier, right? But obviously with risk comes bigger rewards.
Yes.
Me, I like to look back at situations and realize that, hey, there are opportunities for growth. I got those opportunities are, and I gotta make small strides. I gotta start where my feet is, make small strides, and eventually, along the way, obviously, I'll grow small pieces at a time, but eventually, I will get to where I'm trying to go. So that's one of the biggest things that mentally that I embody is taking strong to success, and that's what I think we all have to do is just realize that, hey, it doesn't happen overnight, right?
Yeah.
I like to use example of FashionNova.
I
Everyone,
shop FashionNova.
right? FashionNova. When I ask most people how long they think FashionNova has, and most of their answers is maybe 3 or 4 years. Some of them are 2 years, and
Yeah.
what they don't realize is FashionNova's been around for about 10 years,
Crazy.
more than 10 years. So no straight path to success, and it also does not happen overnight, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's you got to really realize that you got to work at it and make those small progresses over time.
Yeah, you just gotta start. You gotta start somewhere.
Yes, correct. One step at a time.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
So you've given some great insight. I know these like 10-minute interviews are like pretty short, so might have to interview you again. Um, Thank you. So the last question that I like to end with is, what is one tip or lesson or piece of advice that you would give yourself as you're like graduating college, with all the experiences and like things that you've had now? What's something that you would go back and say, like, you should do this or follow this?
Right. For one, to dream big and also realize that failure is a part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason being is, for one, when I look at a lot of the things that I did,
Mm-hmm.
you know, sometimes from our environment, sometimes from, our peers and friends that we, basically that we have along the way, sometimes we find ourselves compartmentalizing what we can act. And what I needed to realize was that I am actually capable.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it happened longer, down the line. But I think we have to realize that we are capable. We can dream big. And it's like there's a quote that if you shoot them, you dream if you shoot a monster star, you'll land on the moon. So you want to make sure you are, just actively really trying to do something big, because there's nothing but great things that'll come from
I love that. Dude, the world is ours. Yeah, dream
it.
big. I agree.
Right, and you're right. And to the point about failure, the last when we really think about, you know, the things that or the people that we aspire to be like,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times we are only looking at a small glimpse of their life or a snapshot of their being, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reality is they've ultimately done a lot of things before that also prepare them for that success.
Yeah.
So that's something we got to make sure that we're aware of is, hey, failure is the way to stop.
Yeah.
And every time you fail, let's learn. That's something that you can pull from it. You can take and take a step back and learn from it and use it to be successful in your next journey.
Yes. Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that. You just have to kind of like remind yourself that like this is totally okay and like this is the best way to go.
Right.
Like failure is good.
You're right.
Yeah.
Failure.
Thank you again for being on the live stream. I am super excited to share this on all of our platforms, and I share it with you as well. Thank you for giving us all of your wisdom, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you for having me. And if you ever want to do this again, I'm open.
Hell yes. I will see you soon.
Right. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.